everybody, welcome to my channel and to today's video. This is look number 2 using the Medusa's makeup that I received in the October subscription box. I've already done one look. If you want to go and check that out, please do. And this is, like I say, look number 2. I will just say, I've literally just finished filming look number 1. I've gone to try and take off that look, and it took me about 10 minutes. I literally had to go upstairs and get my cleansing balm and wash the look off. It was really well stuck on there, which I think is thanks to the NYX Waterproof Proof It eyeshadow primer that I use. It's amazing. It just really grabs onto that shadow and makes it stick. So I've left it a little bit of time. I've let my face calm down. I've already popped a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I've already done my eyeshadow primer as well. So I'm just going to pop my headband on and let's get into it. So the eyeshadow that we received from Medusa's was the Glamrock eyeshadow in the shade Rocket. It is just a single eyeshadow. So as with the other look where I pulled in my Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette, this time I am going to be teaming it up with my MorpheXJeffree Star Artistry Palette. If you've not seen this palette, it is amazing. I'm just going to open it up for you. You get, I believe there's 30, just a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, yeah, 30 eyeshadows in this palette. As you can see, all different colours, fabulous variety of mattes, of satins, of shimmers. There is also a pressed glitter down here. This was £35 from the Morphe website. I really do like this palette. Some of the shades can be a bit crumbly, and in my opinion, I prefer Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow formula to the MorpheXJeffree Star collab. But that's not to say it's a bad palette. It's not. It's an amazing palette. You can create so many looks with it. It is literally limitless. I am going to be doing a video with a number of looks. It's on the list to do when I get a chance to do it. Hopefully the diary's crazy for next week, but after that it calms down a wee bit, so fingers crossed. So we're just going to get into it. So the shades I'm definitely going to be using today to team up with the Medusa's Rocket is this one down here, which is called Wake and Bake. It's a really lovely grungy green, absolutely stunning colour. I might also pull in Lynn up here, just as a little bit of a highlighter shade. We'll see where the look takes me. I've not really decided yet. So I am going to get a brush when I can find the one I'm looking for. That'll do nicely. Give it a wipe off. So like I say, I have already prepped my eyes ready for this. So I'm going to go in to Wake and Bake. Something I do find with this palette is there is quite a bit of kick up of shadow in the pan. It's just something to bear in mind. So I'm going to go in with this Wake and Bake, and I'm going to go on my brow line, on my brow bone I should say, socket bone. It's not my brow bone, it's my socket bone. And I'm just lightly tapping the colour down to make a really nice base. I'm going to try and keep this look fairly quick and easy, as I have got to go out in literally about 20 minutes. So this is actually going to be a bit of a challenge for me, but we shall make it work and we shall get there. So just put that all into the socket line, really building it up as much as I can. Blend it out a wee bit as well. There we go. brush I'm using is, it's a flat shader brush from the Body Shop. Not sure if you can still get these brushes. I've had mine far too long. In fact, I think this one I'm using, I've probably had about 12 years. I really love them. They're quite a dense brush. They're quite large, so they're great for putting a first shade down like this, because you can really get quite a lot on there in quite a short space of time. So just blend that out. There we go. I need a wee bit more of that. Just on this corner. Now I'm kind of trying to keep the shape of this quite rounded, because I actually want to go in and do a winged look with the Medusa's eyeshadow. So just bring that up a little bit more. Try and get it as even as possible. Doesn't always work, but we give it a go. And then I'm going to go in with, I am going to go in with this brush that I've got from Next, actually. It's got a lovely angle on it. So I'm going to go in with that really nice neutral shade called Lynn. And I'm just going to, because it's got the angle, I'm just going to go pat that under my eyebrow all the way along. It is quite a big brush, this, for my little eyes, but we'll get there, we'll make it work. So I'm just going all the way right down into that corner. Just pick up a little bit more. I really like this shade for going into my inner corner. Normally with inner corner highlights, generally speaking, people tend to use a shimmer, but sometimes that's not always the most flattering look. But you still want to highlight this inner corner area to really help open your eyes up. So I do find this is fabulous as a matte highlighter or inner corner colour. Just as a bit of an alternative to the shimmers that you normally find. So just going over this one. I also find this helps to blend that crease shade out as well, really quite nicely. Just diffuses the lines between the two. And I've just realised, I noticed when I was doing my first video that the ring light was not in the best position because it's casting shadows today, and I've not moved it. That was clever, wasn't it? There we go. So that's those two down, sorted, done. Alright, so now we're going to go in with the Medusa's eyeshadow. I'm just going to swap brushes. I've got a brand new brush here that I bought the other week from Body Shop. This was the blending brush that I used to apply this eyeshadow in the last video. It's a lovely, lovely brush, but it's a little bit big for what I want to use it for this time. So, because I want to create that more winged look, I have got more of a pencil brush. So hopefully this will give me a little bit more control of where I can place this eyeshadow. I did find there was quite a bit of fallout with this shadow as well. So, last time I used it, so I'm going to tap off really nicely. You see, when you pick it up on the brush and in the pan, it doesn't create a lot of kick up at all. So, it's a bit unusual. So, I'm going to start at this outer corner, Just very gently pressing that on, going right up into that socket line. Maybe it was the brush I was using as well. Maybe that blending brush was a bit too big and fluffy. So that possibly didn't help with the fallout issue either. But I have to say, this shadow went on a lot better with that brush as opposed to this brush. So, bit of an interesting one. I'm trying to get as far into the corner with this shadow as I'm able to and get it right up into that socket line. I love the cold reflex in this shadow, it is amazing. It does blend out and go on the eye really, really nicely. Yeah, okay, I am going to have to swap to another brush in a minute to do the winged part because it's not going to work with this one. To intensify the colour of this, you could go in with a black matte as well and then put this down over the top. That would be pretty cool. I did consider doing that today, but just because I've not got a lot of time, I decided against it. So I am actually going to go in with this blending brush that I used last time and just try and blend it out. I've got quite a nasty crease on this eye that if I don't spend a lot of time blending out on this eye in particular, what happens is when I open my eye you can then see where the product has not caught, and it just looks awful. So let's go in with that. It's alright. I've not put any more product on this brush that I'm using. This is just literally what was on the brush from last time, and like I say, I'm just trying to blend a little bit with it. I do really, really, really like this eyeshadow though. Just got a little bit on the tip there of this brush, just to try and get in that inner corner. Pencil shape, or what they call pencil shape brushes, are really, really good for that. But if you struggle, if you've got really small eyes and really tight corners, another trick is to use a lipstick brush to get in there. It's also a good idea. There we go. About even. Okay, so now I'm going to swap to an angled liner, yeah, I suppose you could call it an angled liner brush, one of these, and I'm going to dip this in to help create my wing look. So you make sure you get it right on the very end, tap off, and then just pat that on. Just onto that outer corner Just connect it up with the shadow you've already put down. This is a great technique using an eyeshadow to create a winged look if you're somebody who's not confident in creating this type of look with a liquid eyeliner or even an eyeliner pencil. If you struggle, use an eyeshadow. Use a brush like this, use an eyeshadow. Great thing is these brushes are already angled in that shape, and you just literally just dab it on and you're there. You can buy stampers now, I do believe, that'll also help you to create a winged look. I've not tried them out myself, but if anybody has, please comment down below, let me know, and let me know how you get on with them. I'd love to know. Are they easy to use? Are they, do they give you, you know, that lovely winged look that you're after? There we go. Now my wings often are not equal, and that's due to my eye shape. You know, we're not symmetrical, we're not complete, our faces are not complete mirror images on either side. So as you can see, this one kind of goes up and it's a bit more rounded. This one tends to be a bit more of a straight diagonal line. It's fine, it's makeup, don't worry about it, you know, just do your best. That's all you can do. I'm going to go back in with this pencil brush and just make sure that everything's looking as good as I can get it. Sorry, I have to learn, I'm trying to learn to put my mirror to the side a bit more so you can actually then see what I'm doing, rather than my mirror taking up all the room. Try. And there we go. I'm just going to go in with this shader brush again, bring it out a little bit more. I will say the one thing I have found with this Medusa's eyeshadow is if you're trying to go in after you've put it down to sort of build up any of your first colours or anything like that, or like I'm trying to do now, pull it out a wee bit more, because it's got the black base, it is very, very difficult to do that. You have to be extremely gentle, extremely careful. So yeah, just a little bit of a note there for the side note. So that is those two colours. I'm just going to double check I've got any fallout. Nowhere near as much fallout as last time, so I wonder if it was that larger, fluffier blending brush that I was using that was not helping the situation. So, I'm just going to get a wipe and wipe this brush off. So, for my under eyes, what am I going to be using? What do I fancy using under my eyes? I think I'm going to go in with probably one of my favourite shades in this palette. It's a really bright green called Nate. I absolutely love it. It's wow, it's a pop of colour to say the least. I'm just struggling cleaning this brush off a wee bit because I used it in my last look, so it's got covered in purples. So this is the shade, I'll show you. Oops, oh, I've just dug my thumbnail in, whoopsie daisy. So this is the shade Nate that we're going to be going in with now underneath my eyes, on my eyelashes, or under my eyelashes I should say. And I'm going to be using a really nice flat, whoops, show you the right way up, flat brush, very, very small, really, really good for getting underneath. So, sorry, I'm probably blocking the camera again. So I'm just very, very gently stamping this colour underneath my lash line. Just to make sure the colour's down there first before I start blending it out a wee bit. Let's get a bit more. That is something I often forget to do when I'm doing underneath like this, is to actually tap the brush off. If you don't, I mean, it's a bit of an issue when you're doing it on your lid, but certainly when you're going underneath your eye, if you don't tap your brush off, you really do get a lot of fallout. I go right to the corner with this as far as I can. And just smoke it out ever so gently. Again, trying not to get any fallout, or as little fallout as I possibly can. I'm going to have to move this way a bit, I'm sorry. The old ring light not in the best position today. Go. So that's that one. I can just give it a quick wipe if there's any fallout of that one. So can you see what I mean about that beautiful bright green colour? It's just amazing. Imagine that over your lid. It's just wow. It pops. It's there. So what we're going to do for inner highlight. First of all, I need to find a brush. Ah, it's there. I was going to say I knew I had it earlier. And I think I am going to go in with... Now then, do I go in with Welcome or do I go in with Designer Label? Which one do we think? Do we think Welcome or Designer Label? Let's go in with Welcome. Let's go in with Welcome and see what happens with that. Now sometimes I do find with the Morphe shimmers, the shimmers in the Morphe palette seem to perform slightly differently to the ones in Jeffree Star's own palettes. So I'm not sure if it's a different formula, but I do find often with these ones, you've got to keep going in and building up, and that sometimes it's better to spray your brush with a little bit of fixing spray just to really help the colours stick. It's not doing too badly today though, to be honest, this one. So I'll just bring it up a wee bit. A bit more. Okay, probably could have done with some spray on there, probably just to help it pop a little bit more, but I'm not too unhappy with that. I think I'm just going to go back in with this, just to blend that out a little bit better. And as usual, I always find one eye looks a heck of a lot better than the other, but never mind. It's just the way of the world. And there we go. Okay, so let's do some liner. Now I'm going to do my gold liner, which is Dirty Talk from my Colourpop palette, not palette, what are you talking about? My collection of eyeliners that I've got. That's not going on brilliantly, but I think it's because this is the first time I've used this one. These do glide on brilliantly on your waterline, I have to say. I'm not doing any sort of wing with the eyelid liner. I'm literally just doing a line, corner to corner. Ouch, that's where my cyst was. That wasn't the best idea, putting my finger on there. It's done really well, it seems to be healing really well. I've not needed to take any sort of paracetamol or painkillers since having it done, but the skin and the area surrounding it is still quite sore and quite bruised, which is understandable. So a little bit of gold on there, and then for my waterline, what are we going to do in the waterline? I think we've got to go with a real pop of colour. So we're going to go with, what's it called, CR55D? Oh, crossed. CRSSD, crossed. It's the yellow liner. So let's go. This is so bright and vibrant, it is amazing. I love, 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 love it. I'll go on with that. Just in the waterline. Just to add that pop of contrasting colour, because who doesn't need a bit of a pop of colour every now and again, you know? And a lighter colour like this really helps to open your eye up. I was umming and ahhing before I started filming as to whether or not I was going to put the gold in the eyeline, in the waterline, but I think with the wake and bake over the top, I think this yellow just ties that in really well. And then I'm going to put some mascara on, just a wee bit, get my NYX on the rise. My battery life is flashing at me, so I will try and do this as quick as possible. Sorry, the camera just shut off for a second there. I'm just putting the mascara on as quickly as I'm able to without getting it all over the place. A little bit down here, and then I am going to put on, it is the new Jeffree Star Shane Dawson. It's one of their liquid lip colours, and it is in the shade Shane. Absolutely awesome metallic colour. And when I've purchased this, I've also purchased Dirty Money lip liner by Jeffree Star, which is a nice grungy greeny colour, so I'm going to put that on. See how this goes on. His lip liners are so creamy, it is unreal. I absolutely love them, and they don't break either. I think they're just, you'd think for a soft lip liner they would crumble and break really easily, but they don't. Let's got the brush in. So that's the Dirty Money lip liner, and here is the packaging for the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star Liquid Lip colour. Like I say, it is in the shade Shane. It's a lovely, lovely metallic colour, like a goldy colour. There's your outer packaging or your inner packaging, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely gorgeous, look at that. Now I will say, with all their liquid, Jeffree Star's liquid lips, they're eye safe, so you can use them as eyeliners as well, which is fantastic. But you must give them a really, really good shake before you use them. Oh, the smell is divine. It's like cupcakes. Oh, like vanilla frosting. Yummy. Now it is, when I swatched this, when I got it, it didn't look to be as sheer as what it is going on like. So I'm just going to give that a minute, give it a waft, and then I'm going to put another coat on and see if I can get the colour a little bit more opaque. If my battery dies before I finish this, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you've not already subscribed, hit the notification bell, and then you'll make sure you're not going to miss any more videos in the future. I've got lots and lots coming up, so please join me for that. I hope you like the look, a little bit of a different look, bit grungy, bit greeny. Let's try this. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, this, I can't get over the smell. It's like vanilla frosting. It's gorgeous. And there we go. That's a lot better, a lot more opaque. Do I need to go in with my lip liner? No. I think we'll be alright at that. So we'll take the headband off, sort the hair out. As you can see, I've had this front bit bleached and dyed, and I absolutely love it. So there we go, guys. Like I say, let me know what you think to this look. I actually really like this. I think out of the two looks I've done so far, I think this is my favourite secretly. I am a purple girl at heart, but it's just something about this. I love it. Goes with the hair colour. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.